Hello, I'm sorry I'm like in the dark. It's too late. And I'm too lazy to try to find a way to light better, so apologize. If you don't know who I am, I'm Amanda. Might as well introduce myself again, because I don't know how to start videos, so hello by the way. So last night, as you may be able to tell from the shirt, says Relient K. I was at a Relient K concert last night at House of Blues. It was awesome. I had an awesome time. The only problem was that I didn't get to meet Relient K. They're actually my favorite band, if you didn't know. Now you know. Important things to know about Amanda. She loves Relient K. I was gonna meet, well, I wanted to meet Matt Thiessen and of course everyone else, and you know, Dave Douglas and Matt Hoops. It'd be cool to meet them too. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet Matt Thiessen. But the good thing is that I didn't have to embarrass myself in front of Matt, so that's good. That, coupled with the fact that I saw one of my acquaintances, who happens to be a guy that I used to have a crush on, really inspired me to make this video, because why not? Basically, as the title says, I'm awkward around guys. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, I have a hard time interacting with guys for whatever reason. It's really dumb, but it's how it is. Especially if they're at all physically attractive. Might as well just throw me out a window. I've had such cringe-worthy experiences with that. Like, I just look back and I'm like, why were you so awkward? Ugh, just awful. Like, the guy doesn't even have to be physically attractive for me to be really awkward around him. I always happen to get like the most nervous and awkward when it's a guy that I really want to be friends with. Like, oh my gosh. Not even fair. For example, story time. Evan Edinger, you should know from last year that I met him at Playlist Live when I was able to actually go last year. And basically what happened was I was hanging out with a few girls that I'd just met that were big fans of Dan and Phil, because why not? They were like the only people that I could talk to because I was there by myself. So I was hanging out with them, then I saw Evan out of the corner of my eye and I was like, oh my gosh, Evan Edinger, because I didn't, you know, I was like, this whole experience was new to me. I'd never gone to any other YouTube gatherings or anything, and it was just like, oh my gosh, my absolute favorite YouTuber, who just happens to not be super famous, so not surrounded by fans, is like 10 feet away from me. So I went over, I said hi, he gave me a hug, really nice guy, and then I just kind of stood there awkwardly because I really wanted to like hang out with him, but then I'm like, I'm a fan, or at least I feel like a fan, because I'm like really awkward and kind of like fangirling, basically, inside more than outside. And so it was just like, I stood there as he continued talking with Tom Burns and a few other YouTubers. I didn't even know who Tom Burns was at the time. Lame. But I know now, so that's good. And then I kind of sidled off. Cringe. And then like the whole time of Playlist Live, I happened to like see him continually just like walking, because he's tall. Like, how hard is it to miss Evan Edinger when he's like really tall? And the next day, I was standing in line for Shauna, who is also known as Natalie on YouTube, and Evan was there again. I guess he probably noticed that I kept staring at him, because I'm just like, Evan Edinger, freaking Evan freaking Edinger, my favorite person, is standing there with other people. And then he said something to me like, how's it going? I feel like it was more like, what's up? Because I remember saying nothing much, and then him going, not really, there's like a lot going on. And then I was like, true, but I was internally like so nervous that basically I feel like my whole self was super like awkward. I don't know. On the plus side, I did actually say hi to him and didn't just freak out and run away, so I'm not completely a failure. Plus, I had a real conversation with him a few times in the past year, so that's a plus. That's a good thing. I'm getting better. If you want to know why Evan's like one of my favorite YouTubers, it's because we like have such similar music tastes, like Relient K, for example, and Owl City and Days Vale. Really awesome bands. And the fact that he's like Lord of the Rings fan and Harry Potter fan, and he lives in the UK, which is like my dream. I feel like we're kindred spirits, basically. So that's why I just really want to be friends with him. Maybe one day. We'll see what happens, I guess. Back on topic. It's really funny that I'm so awkward around guys because my best friend right now is a guy. Once I'm more comfortable around a guy, I can act more normal and more natural. But I still get nervous around him sometimes, which is kind of dumb. I just easily get nervous around guys, and it's a problem. I want to get over that. I want to be like confident and able to talk to guys more normally than I do. You know, it just would be nice. If you also happen to freak out around guys and have no tact at all, then you can comment below and say, I totally understand. Because that's a good thing, you know. We can be buddies. We can be awkward buddies together. If you are a male and you happen to not be able to talk to girls, you can also comment below and say that I'm male and I can't talk to girls. And I'll be like, I feel you, bro. Because I do. It gets better if you work on it. It really does. You just have to be brave. That's my advice. That's my advice for getting over the awkwardness. Just be brave and learn how to be more yourself and more confident about who you are when you talk to guys or girls, whatever the opposite sex, or the same sex if you have that problem too. Because you never know, maybe it's all people for you. If that's the case, you can do it. So in the end, just don't worry about it. If you want to talk to someone, talk to them. If they're not interested, then it's not the end of the world. At least you tried. Subscribing is a cool thing. So if you're interested, there's a button on the screen that says subscribe, and there's also the button down below. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. I was standing in line for Shauna, or really, dog? Words of wisdom.